Hi there, Janet Fritz here for Galaxy Girl Creations. Welcome to my channel. Today I am using this sketch that was a sketch from Paper Issues, and I think it was in maybe January. I think it was either January or February. I'm pretty sure it was January because I think I did this during their winter crop type deal where they had tons of challenges going on. So I pulled out this black and white paper, and I knew that I wanted to use some mixed media, and I'm using some Dilutions paint, and I am applying it with my acrylic ruler because I didn't have my paintbrush or my credit, well, I have my credit card, but I didn't have like a gift card or anything with me, so just using the edge of my my ruler there. And I'm not working at home, so I'm working with what I have with me and what I remembered to bring. So, um, so yeah, so you get what you get there. And I had started doing this layout on black paper, and you can see the black paper underneath, and it has red and white. I was going to use red and white, but then I changed it up, and I went with the blue, purple, and lime green. And yes, my son does have a red and white a red and black jacket on, but I didn't really care. I just wanted to use purple, green, and blue. And actually, I think that was for another challenge um, somewhere else that it was like the colors were decided, but probably something in the Secret Not Secret Kit Club. Anyway, then I decided to use this piece of paper that I had left over from writing out the word scrapbook on its watercolor paper. So I am making some hearts in blues, purples, and greens, and I'm not really crazy with how these first ones are coming out, and then I switch how I am doing it when I get to the last ones, and I like them a lot better. So, and I'm also using a water brush, which I don't normally use for this type of deal. I normally use my regular paintbrush, and so everything's a little bit different. And also that water brush is a very wide water brush. It's a Prima water brush, and it's super wide, so I can't get as much detail as I would want, or as small of areas as I want, but it all works out in the end. So, and it does end up looking good, and I like how it looks. And here's where I switched to adding the blue before the purple, which I end up liking a lot better because it's not as bold. I just add a couple little swipes of purple into it. Um, those are the ones that make me the happiest, so that's what I end up doing on the last three. And I think those are the ones that I end up using. They all end up being totally useful once you cut them out, and once you add a little bit of like sketchy writing around the outside, they all look fine. But I like the ones that were a little bit more heavily blue than purple. I apologize if you can hear a saw outside my window. The neighbors are cutting some wood, and I don't have any other place to be doing my voiceover, so if you can hear it, my apologies. I definitely want to add a little bit of green in these areas as well, just to kind of bring in that green color. And the watercolor pan that I'm using there is from Amazon. It is made by Gonzai Tombi. I think that's how you say it. And they run somewhere between $30–40 for that whole set, which I didn't think is bad because they are a really good quality, and the colors are super vibrant. Now I'm going to layer up a whole bunch of different papers here in these blues and greens, and this one is almost to the purple color, but it is, I don't know, maybe it's more indigo. And I like how this looks. I like having all these layers. Layering is one of my favorite things to do. I don't do it on every single layout, but I do enjoy it, and I enjoy the look of it, and I don't feel like the paper has to go all the way around. As long as I can get some of that color on each side, that makes me happy. That little green piece is just a leftover piece from mixed media that I had done. So your pieces don't even have to be huge. They can be small and just popping out just a tiny bit to give added extra detail and added extra color. And so I love the way that that looks. I had accidentally put the adhesive on the back when I really needed to put it on the front because I'm adhering it to the back of something else, in case you were wondering why I was rubbing the adhesive off there. And so I'm just going to keep layering things up here and making all of those layers help make the photograph the centerpiece. My goodness. I think I'm on my 5th video or 6th video that I'm voicing in a row, so if I sound like I'm hoarse or if I sound like my words are messed up, that's probably why. And you get a good look there of the red and white that was underneath. I do really like this sketchy background a lot better, and so that was one reason I went with that. And then for some weird reason, I decided to rip my paper, and I thought I was gonna like layer it on top and kind of finish off the bottom part of it there. And I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, I end up leaving it as it is and working on finishing the embellishment areas. And when I get home, I end up finishing up the background paper because I don't think I had another piece of black with me when I was working on this. So I just work with what I have when I can. So I'm going to end up making 2 tags that are going to stick out from behind that photo, and that's what I am currently working on. And I know that they have to be 2 inches wide to fit in my tag topper punch. So I don't have the punch with me, but I'm working on getting the rest of it set up so that when I get home I can just easily add the tag top look to it by running it through the punch. And I know I need to do double-sided because I don't want to have the back of each of those papers showing. And then I'm going to ink those up with this little Prima inker. It's like a little chalk edger inker, and that is in, I believe it's called Farmer John's Farmer Overalls. I don't know. I'm so sorry. It is like it's supposed to be like overalls or something like that. I'm sorry, I was busting up so hard I just had to pause the voiceover and start over. Anyway, if you need to know the color, let me know. I will get that color for you if that's something you're interested in. Okay, so now I am just pulling in some odds and ends of those pieces of paper that I've already used so that it brings those colors up to this embellishment area. And they don't have to be cut straight, obviously. That one's at an angle. And I don't mind that on occasion. Sometimes I do like things like in a grid, I like things perfectly straight. Otherwise, you know, in these kind of like layers, nothing has to be straight, nothing has to be perfect. But I am just creating like a landing spot for that heart that's going to be in the upper right hand side. And so that's going to be one of my embellishment areas, and then I'm going to right where you see the other 2 hearts, those are where those embellishment areas will finally be. And you can see that I cut out my hearts, and then I used a black, in this case I probably did not use a Sharpie because I don't think I had a Sharpie with me. I think I probably used a micron pen because I think I have those in my bag, and I just sketched around each one and put a little bit of like a little zigzag, like it looks like a zigzag stitch. And now I am back at my regular working area, and I put a new piece of black paper behind it, one that was not ripped. I don't know why I ripped that paper. I cannot tell you. Sorry about that. That was my desk lighting up. I do have a light table underneath that grid that you see at the bottom on my desk, and so that's what that was. And then I'm just going to work on these little areas and incorporating some green bits there, and then I am going to use that piece that says memories, but it's not going to stay there. It's actually going to move down by the heart that I was working on at the bottom, and I think I end up using the word holiday memories as my title. And I did pull in that green button up above. I don't normally use buttons on my layouts, but I really liked it on this one, and that button was the right color, so I decided to go ahead and go for it. And there's the word holiday, and then this green metallic word memories, and so I like how that's looking, and I've had that in my stash for quite a while, and I've wanted to use it, so I'm really glad to get it on a layout. And I really like this green. There's green in the photograph, but also that is like, I think that's my son's favorite color, is like that lime green, and so I really like using it on his pages because I know he enjoys it. And so I'm pulling in some twine to finish off the tops of those tags, and you can see that I used my tag topper. The punch is there at the top of the screen. That is from Stampin' Up, and I think that one's called, I want to say ornate, but I'm not really sure. Anyway, they have a few options of shapes of tag toppers, and I have two of them. So this is the one that I use most often because the other one is at my mom's house next door. So I do occasionally swap them out, but for the time being, this one's at my house. So I am just putting a little bit of Nuvo glue on my fingertip, and then I'm rolling that twine in it so that it doesn't unravel, especially the twine that is in the button. And I also find that's a good way to make it stiff enough to thread it through like a button or something like that, in case you're wondering. And then I have this little green piece that says "Just Us," and I thought that's cute. And this photograph was actually taken Christmas morning. We were all outside watching my grandson and my niece's little girl with their new ride-on cars, and so the two of them just happened to be standing together here, and I snapped a quick photo of it. And then I have these little tiny flower stickers, and I'm using those in place of like the little confetti bits that you would normally use of enamel dots or sequins. I like how those look. Trying to get those out of my stash as well. And there's not going to be a whole lot more to this layout, so thank you very much for watching and bearing with me while I work my way through voicing this. Close-ups are coming up in just a few moments. If you have questions or comments, you can leave those down below, and I will definitely get back to you as quickly as I can. Thanks again for watching. Here's the close-ups, and I hope you enjoy them. I hope you have a great day, and I thank you so much for spending time with me and choosing to spend your time with me. I know there's a lot of creators out there on YouTube, and I just feel very honored that you chose to spend the time with me out of all of the other options that are available to you. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye now.